saying I should leave her.
Putting on a record is a much more real, ritualistic experience than just hitting play on an iPod. You know, you physically take the record out of the sleeve, you know, you put it on, you carefully put the cartridge down on the turntable. So it is a very, very different experience.
There's a lot of releases that come out on vinyl that you can't pick up on like iTunes or even on CD or anything.
Once you get like really into a band, you want something to have that's more physical. Like when I first started getting into Joy Division, I went to New York. That was the only place I could find like their original records.
It's more of an investment, like they're committing to a record, something that they really want to own and carry home and file in their shelf, and it takes more energy and effort to, you know, play records and switch it up, and certainly to go out and find them and shop for them. You know, you can buy them online, but there's that excitement of going into a store and seeing something you're looking for, or if it's like a rare record, discovering it and just realizing this is, you know, I've been looking for this for 2 years, and then you bring it home and listen to it, and so there's that side of it that's much different.
It's a hard copy that you can hang on to, you can physically look at and open the gatefold and read.
I would say that when I first started out at this location, although I've been in the area for 12 years, it was definitely a transitional time for vinyl. The earlier years, when I first had the record shop, there was a lot more DJs buying hip-hop and house and electronica. These days, rock is the most popular thing, I would say. We sell many other things like jazz and soul and even classical. But rock, I believe, has spearheaded the revival, especially over the last, say, 2 to 3 years.
What's happened with online sellers, digital downloads, MP3s, there's always going to be a place for those. The pendulum is never going to swing back to what it was 30 years ago. But I think it's coming back enough because people do appreciate the physical aspect of things. And yes, the cover art, just the handling of the vinyl. You know, there's something really nice about picking up a fresh piece of vinyl. It's black, it's glossy, it's sleek, you know, you're putting it on your turntable and, you know, you sit back with the album, you've got like these gatefold pictures, the cover art. Again, it's all part of that experience.
Sales of high-end turntables actually didn't change for us. They've stayed consistent because in the audiophile community, vinyl always has and still remains a viable format that people enjoy. It does have some unique qualities that a digital format simply doesn't have, and there's been many fans or audiophiles that have cherished the quality of an analog system, and many of them have older turntables that they've been upgrading over the years. Many of them have had an older deck that they say, okay, it's now time for a new one. So definitely high-end turntable sales, and you know, we consider a high-end turntable anything above about $2,500. They sell quite regularly. $30,000 not as often, but occasionally they do happen.
And we're seeing younger people coming in into their mid-20s, even into their early 20s, and one or two examples, even their late teens. You know, I think they've grown up with, you know, their parents or even their grandparents having had music and vinyl in the house. It's been part of their experience at some level. You know, the music gets in you. I don't think it's something that you can get rid of. And vinyl certainly suffered a lot when the compact disc came out. Although it never disappeared completely, there was a real shift in the market. You know, the compact disc was revolutionary in the early 80s, and vinyl almost disappeared. It went into very specialty fringe market, but again, it never died out, and now it's coming back in a great way.